A Stoic man once compared friendship to a diamond, rare, priceless, and often imitated. He explained that genuine companionship is difficult to find, and after facing a few disappointments, it's natural to feel as though true friendships are illusions. Another observer echoed this, describing true friends as treasures to be valued deeply. Yet how often do we encounter someone truly deserving of that honor? What does it mean when we find ourselves frequently alone in a world filled with surface-level interactions? Does the absence of friends suggest something deeper within us? This reflection leads us into exploring the fragile nature of friendship, or the lack thereof. Modern life shapes relationships in subtle but powerful ways. Still, one truth holds firm: not having countless friends doesn't define your worth. What truly matters is recognizing the value of one authentic bond. Guided by Stoic principles, we'll examine why forming friendships can feel challenging, uncover the underlying reasons, and discover practical ways to foster genuine connections. Shyness or introversion. Human beings naturally seek connection, yet for many, the process feels incomplete, like a puzzle with missing pieces. Shyness and introversion are often labeled as weaknesses, but Stoic philosophy reframes them as unique strengths. Marcus Aurelius advised us to embrace what life presents, which means introversion isn't a flaw but a subtle power. Accepting your own temperament frees you from chasing unrealistic expectations. In social gatherings, instead of stressing over others' opinions, shift focus to what lies within your control: your words, actions, and presence. Authenticity outweighs performance. Friendships are not prizes to be displayed, but gardens to be cultivated patiently. With self-acceptance, introversion transforms into a gift, allowing you to create deeper, more meaningful bonds that flourish naturally, rather than through forced effort. Trust issues. Trust forms the foundation of every strong friendship, yet for many, it feels delicate, like balancing on a swaying rope bridge. Stoic wisdom reminds us that trust isn't something granted immediately. It must be built steadily over time. The first step lies in self-awareness, understanding your boundaries and values. Like a firmly rooted tree, this clarity grounds your interactions and helps you open your heart wisely. People, like seasons, will change, but that doesn't mean we should withdraw entirely. Imperfection is part of life, and acknowledging this prevents unnecessary isolation. When uncertainty arises, clear and honest communication helps resolve doubts and strengthens trust. Listening attentively and speaking truthfully create a balance that nurtures stability. For the Stoic, friendships rooted in trust from the very beginning become resilient, enduring connections rather than fragile bonds. Lack of social opportunities. Loneliness doesn't always stem from an inability to meet new people. Often it comes from not engaging when opportunities arise. Our phones may overflow with notifications, but they rarely provide the satisfaction of real connection. Stoicism encourages stepping into tangible opportunities for interaction: volunteering, attending workshops, joining clubs, or participating in group activities. These spaces allow authentic companionship to grow through shared experiences. Friendships built on genuine collaboration tend to be stronger than those formed through fleeting conversations. By placing yourself in environments where purpose and cooperation thrive, you naturally weave yourself into the larger fabric of community. This deliberate participation opens the door to meaningful friendships that last. Limited social skills. Building friendships requires effort, and effort requires practice. Many overlook the importance of developing their social skills, yet even small improvements can transform relationships. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to embrace those whom fate places in our path, encouraging even the simplest gestures: introducing yourself, asking thoughtful questions, or joining casual conversations. Genuine listening, rooted in curiosity, is one of the most powerful tools to practice. Rather than striving to impress, focus on making others feel valued and understood. Stoicism also prepares us to handle rejection calmly, viewing it not as a personal failure, but as the natural rhythm of human interaction. Each attempt to connect, whether successful or not, strengthens resilience, sharpens communication, and ultimately enriches your ability to form lasting friendships. Changing circumstances. As life progresses, friendships often shift alongside it. Think of the parable of the boy and the apple tree. As he grew older, he became consumed by personal ambitions, forgetting the tree that had always provided for him. In the same way, we sometimes let relationships wither as we chase success or new responsibilities. Stoic philosophy reminds us that friendships, like trees, must be nurtured with small, consistent acts of attention, not only visited when we are in need. A message, a thoughtful gesture, or shared time, no matter how small, keeps relationships alive. Like roots spreading deeper over time, friendships strengthen when they are cared for regularly, not only when convenient. Shifting priorities or growth. As we mature, our commitments, careers, studies, family responsibilities reshape the amount of energy we can dedicate to friendships. Stoicism teaches us to prioritize depth over breadth. It is better to nurture a handful of meaningful connections than scatter attention across many shallow ones. Some friendships may fade as paths diverge, while new ones may appear in alignment with our current stage of life. This natural ebb and flow should not be seen as failure, but as evidence of growth. Accepting this reality allows us to welcome change gracefully, creating space for relationships that truly align with our evolving values and character. Mental well-being. Our internal state plays a vital role in forming and sustaining friendships. Struggles such as anxiety or depression can make connection feel distant, even impossible. Stoicism acknowledges these challenges, yet provides tools for navigating them. Mindful practices like reflection, meditation, or journaling equip us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Cultivating gratitude, even for small things, fosters inner calm. As you build peace within, you also become someone others can lean on during turbulent times. Caring for your mental health not only strengthens you, but also creates a stable foundation for friendships to thrive upon. When you show up authentically, grounded and calm, you invite trust and closeness from others. Lifestyle choices. A hectic lifestyle often pushes friendships to the background. Busy schedules filled with endless tasks leave little room for nurturing bonds. Stoicism asks us to pause and examine, are we shaping our days around what truly matters, or merely filling them with distractions? Life is like a sculpture. Every choice contributes to its final form. Instead of adding more, carve away the unnecessary and prioritize quality interactions. Presence matters more than hours spent. By aligning your daily actions with your deepest values, you create space for relationships that feel meaningful, enriching, and aligned with your true self. Differences in interests, conflicting interests, do not have to separate people. Instead, they can broaden friendships. Stoic philosophy urges us to approach others with curiosity. Instead of dismissing hobbies or passions you don't share, ask questions, listen attentively, and show appreciation for their enthusiasm. Friendships aren't built solely on shared activities but on respect, empathy, and mutual understanding. By embracing differences, you foster diversity in your connections. This creates bonds that are not only resilient, but also enriching, as they expose you to new perspectives and experiences that expand your own worldview. Closing reflection: friendships are not measured by numbers, but by their depth. From a Stoic perspective, obstacles such as introversion, trust concerns, or shifting priorities are not barriers, they're opportunities to grow. Genuine bonds flourish through self-awareness, resilience, and authenticity. The path to friendship isn't about collecting contacts, but about cherishing the rare individuals who bring meaning to your life. By tending to these connections with consistency, patience, and care, you cultivate relationships that endure, just like diamonds, rare, radiant, and invaluable.